great signal, and it's good to hear you.
Oh, Roger, Roger, yep. Good to hear you as well. Yep, you're coming in here. Well, on my side it's just showing a 2, but it's perfectly readable.
By the way, Ken, Brett's call sign is N6NPD, stands for Newman Police Department, over.
N5, Mike. Before. I know him.
What did I say, N5, N6, NPD?
Yeah, I know who you were talking about, so I didn't want to I didn't want to say anything. Anyway, it's great to hear you, and I got a few minutes here. Normally I can't get on here on Thursday nights. We got things going, but tonight I got a little window of opportunity, so here I am.
Well, good. Okay, well, let's go, Brett, and then we're going to see if we can squeeze anybody else out of underneath the covers there in the Bay Area. I'm looking for Fred, KD6SOK. We're looking for N5NPD. I'm sorry, KB6BA, Oliver. We're looking for WB6WNI. We're looking for WB6JNN, to name a few. Maybe even K6KLY. He's all packed up, and he should be here about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That's one of the reasons why we aren't going to the club meeting. I knew there was a reason. We've got Russ coming into town tonight, Rob. So, thank you, Brett, 73, and we'll see you on Sunday night, I hope. N5NPD for your final K6MYC.
All right, Mike. Yep, I should be around here on Sunday night. I'm not leaving for Texas till the end of the month. 2-3.
7-3. And back to the Bay Area. Where am I pointed here? I'm pointed at 284. 284. Should be pretty close to Fred. KD6SOK. Fred, are you there? WB6JNN, KB6BA, WB6WNI, K6MYC, and the Bozo Group listening.
KD6SOK here, Mike. Good evening.
Yeah, there you are. I knew you'd be there, Fred. We've been waiting for you. 507, take one, and then maybe shoot it down to Ken, WA60IB, over.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so it's overcast today, kind of cloudy. It looks like it was going to rain, but didn't rain. So anyway, I'll shoot it over to Ken.
Yeah, KD6SOK and the gang, WA60IB. Well, great. Good to hear you, Fred. It's been a while. I don't get down here that much lately, so anyway, got a good signal here in northern Clovis. KD6SOK and the gang, WA60IB.
Okay, Ken. Yeah, the band's kind of going up and down. I heard everything you said, but it's really kind of weak. I don't know if, well, my beam's fixed. Yeah, I pointed at Mike, so I guess I heard you underneath Mike earlier, so sometimes I think the band is going up and down, Mike. So I'll give it another shot. Go ahead, Ken. Try one more time.
Did you hear what he said, Ken? You're pretty weak for some reason.
Oh, okay, whatever. Well, hello. Yeah, I'm running 160 watts is all I got. Anyway, okay, Fred, no problem. Copy you fine. The band is down a bit because you kind of went down at the end there. So 7 3s and back to net. KD6SOK, K6MYC, WE60IB.
How was that, Fred? Better?
It was a tiny bit better, but he's come in super strong before. Dan's come in as strong as you have, so I'm not sure what's going on. I'm sure he's got lots of power, so I don't understand what the issue is. Anyway, you're coming in fine, Mike. You're coming in fine, and say hello to Ken, and well, I know he heard me anyway, so. And I'm only running 75 watts? Yes, that. And that's at the amplifier, but at the antenna is probably a lot less. Anyway, Mike, 507 here. Good to hear you on tonight. 86, that's okay.
Okay, Fred, have a good weekend. Thanks for checking in. You're way down from normal on 432. Usually your 432 is your best band, but you're way down from normal. So the band is flaky tonight. You come up, you look real solid, looks like everything's working perfect, and then it just goes down. So lots of QSB tonight for some reason. Maybe the wind. We've got wind blowing in the inversion away, if there was any inversion over the valley. 7-3, Fred. KD6SOK, K6MYC standing by for KB6BA, WB6JNN, WB6WNI, K6KLY. Anybody?
Yes, here is WB6WNI 1090.
Yeah, we got you 1090, and that's the band is down for you as well. You're Q5, but just there. Go ahead.
Oh, very good, Mike. Yes, we're going to start eating pretty quick here, but it's interesting. Last week, 432, I wanted to tell you I came up with it was like an intercom between you and here. It was an intercom. Today, not quite so good, but still, like I said, perfect coffee. Anyway, I'm going to say 73 and start eating. I'm sure there's a bunch more out here. 73, Mike, and to the net, WB6791090.
Okay, boy, I just can't find a good spot for you. The signals are all diffused over about a 10 or 15 degree beam width, and that's way more than it should. But I'm getting different peaks in different directions, and it's probably just band peaks rather than pattern peaks. Hi. Anyway, good evening to you. Thanks for being there, Gary, and nice to hear you. Ken, did you copy Gary at all?
You're not using call signs, so I don't know who or which way to point.
Oh, he's in the Bay Area, WB6WNI. I did use his call, WB6WNI. He's in San Jose, Campbell.
Yeah, no. You called him, but you called four guys, and I didn't know which one came back. So I've never been able to copy him very well. We've got some kind of a block. The WNI has always been a very weak signal for me.
Yeah, no worries. I just didn't want to keep you from saying hello if you were hearing him there. All right, Gary, 73s, and we'll see you Sunday night. And I'm sure 2 meters will be back to normal, or at least its normal, reasonable self. So maybe the bands will recover over the weekend here. Take care. WB6WNI, K6MYC, 73.
73, Mike. Let Ken know I could hear him, and if he was whistling, I
Hey, Mike.
could whistle. But copying words was not possible. Anyway, 73, that to you, that Ken will talk to you on Sunday. K6MYC, WB6WNI.
Okay, 73, Gary. And who was the other one that said Mike?
Yeah, WA6OIB. I got him as 1080. You said 1090. Which one is it?
1090.
Oh, okay. I'll correct mine then. I'm sorry, I got it wrong. Okay, WA6OIB.
1090. All right. So, KB6BA, Oliver, are you there? No Oliver tonight. WB6JNN. How about you, Jim? Jim has got some issue with 432. He was talking about it last night, but I wasn't getting all of it. He's got an issue on 2 meters. Also, he's only running about 12 to 15 watts, and sometimes it goes down to the noise for me a little bit. Anyway, I guess that's it out of the Bay Area for right now. We're going to head on up to Oakley and see what happens here. So here we go. Here we are in Oakley. N6RO, N6 Radio Ocean, K6MYC. Sometimes Ken has a Zoom meeting on Thursday night here. And he gets in here, but he's liable to come in at any time whenever he gets a chance to break away from the Zoom. So we may have to skip him for the moment. While I'm here, though, let's see if we can hear Modesto, KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima. KD6WVL. How about you, John? KD6WVL, K6MYC. Well, not hearing John either. Anybody else in this direction? W6WZZ or N6CHH? TCH? No, that's not right. I don't think Merle has this band anyway. K6MYC listening. Oh, N6BCC. I knew that wasn't right. All right, we're going to Sacramento. Here we go. KJ6KFB. KJ6KFB. How about you, Darren? Over. No Darren tonight. Let's go a little further. KO6KD. Bill, let's see how the band looks north-south tonight. KO6KD, K6MYC. KO6KD, Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Delta, K6MYC. Over, over.
Yeah, there you go, K6MYC. K6MYC, the Bozo group, KO6KD. 76. Bozo number 776 here, and Charlie Mike 98. Maybe get the antenna on me there if you can. Darren's supposed to be out here. He said earlier he was going to be, and I know John is. So I'll check in and check out and stand by. Have a good time this morning, and look for you tomorrow. K6MYC from KO6KD.
Yeah, we've got you, and we'll look for you tomorrow. KO6KD, K6MYC. Not real strong tonight. The band is very poor. Very poor, much like 1296 was on Tuesday. So there's something going on the VHF bands. It may be the time of night that we just haven't. The band hasn't settled down here. Let's see if Ken's getting anything from you. Ken, are you hearing Bill tonight? KO6KD. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, good evening, Bill. Yeah, you're about an S2 to 3. Not real strong, but plenty copyable. KO6KD. Do you copy me? WA6OIB.
Yeah, WA6OIB. Good evening. Good evening, Ken. Hope you and Gwen are doing well. Nice to hear you out here. Yeah, the signals are not terribly loud, but I am hearing you guys. You're Q5. I'm copying you quite well. So good evening. Nice to hear you out here, and I wish you all the best. WA6OIB from KO6KD.
Yeah, okay. Well, very good. yeah. Mike was mentioning that, and it seems as though it is a little rough tonight. So, okay, very good. Have a great rest of the week. 7-3s. We'll talk to you soon. WA6OIB. Thank you, Mike.
Okay, good evening, Bill, and we should see you in the morning. I don't think I have anything in the way in the morning there. And pretty much the rest of the week as well. Weekend on Monday should be okay. Tuesday I'll be gone. I will not be here Tuesday morning next week, so I'll make a note of that one. 73 Bill, KO6KD, and now go up and see if we can pick up John, K6MYC. Go ahead, Bill. Okay, he's waiting for me to go to John. Okay, John, let's see. I moved it a little bit. Let's see where we get for you. KR6MR, Meadow Vista. K6MYC. Over, John.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Now you're up to where I can hear you very good. KC in the group.
Yeah, very light. About Q3, John, about readability 3, but I didn't get a chance to do much peaking, so maybe I can find a better spot for you. 759, KR6MR. Take a little bit longer one, John. K6MYC. Over. It's just terrible week tonight, and you're not coming in the right direction either. I'm getting you about 6 degrees higher than normal. I'm getting you closer to 340 than 333, 334, where I normally hear you. So the band is definitely different tonight, and the path has changed there. Ken, are you hearing anything from John?
Yeah, I've got him at 333. That's where I got him peaked, but he is 3 weeks, about an S2.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's not at 333 for me. That's where I normally get him, 333, 344, 334. But Not tonight. There's nothing there. So there you go, John. I'm sorry to get you out to the shack for a very poor contact, but that's the best we could do. I back and forth on you a couple of times, and it just isn't there. 7-3, my friend. Thanks very much for coming up on 432 here. KR6MR, K6MYC, 7-3, John, 7-3.
Okay, 73, you just come up on a big peak. And OIB, I can copy you fairly well.
Here to CW, Ken.
KR6. Look for you later.
Okay, thank you, John. 73, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, CW. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, Reading. We got you. Thank you very much. Make a transmission, CW. Make another CW transmission, Rich. KD6SW, K6MYC in the group. Over. Rich, KD6SW. Go ahead, Rich. KD6SW. Go ahead. There's Rogers. 145. That's pretty good. He's got a real little station there on 432. It's lucky we heard him at all on conditions the way they are tonight. Ken, over.
Yeah, I heard the CW too, but it was just barely in there.
Yeah, I copied the KD6SW on one of his transmissions through John there. He was actually as strong as John was. So funny conditions. Anyway, Rich, thank you very much for being there on 432, my friend. Thank you from Reading. Thank you for Charlie, November 80. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC, 7373.
Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar.
Who is it? Oh, K6 Whiskey India Sugar. Good evening, Paul. Let me come up on you a little bit. Give me some more chatter, Paul. Over.
Good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group. Also, good evening, Ken. WA6LRB, I can copy you as well. Deep QSB fading. With deep QSB fading, so you're probably only going to hear really second or third words that I'm speaking, so I'm not going to hold it. You were peaking 5 by 5, but sometimes it's 0 by 0. So any improvement on swinging the antenna there, Mike? K6MYC, this is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar near Placerville. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Placerville area. Very good, Paul. That's not quite Q5 because of QSB, but most of the time you're above the noise. And I think you're copying Ken better than you're hearing me. K6 Whiskey India Sugar near Placerville, K6MYC. Go ahead, Ken, WA60IB.
Yeah, okay, K6WIS. Fairly decent copy of that last transmission, WA60IB. I heard you were copying me, okay, so hope you're copying me now. K6WIS, WA60IB, over.
Roger, Ken. I copied that transmission, all of it. WA6LIB, this is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar. Deep fading, but I can copy it. You can copy me. 73. Over.
We got Larry in there, N7 Whiskey Tango also.
Threes, have a great week. K6WIS, WA60IB. Thank you, Mike.
7-3, Paul, 73. I'm going to go to Nevada. I don't think KE6ILX is in here because he's not home yet from his evening, but we'll catch him on the way down here. Let me go to Nevada. Here's Nevada. N7 Whiskey Tango. We heard you, Larry, on CW. We got your 657, Larry. N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC. Over. Boy, he's not hearing us either. N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC. Roger, Larry. Now let's see if Daniel's in there. Daniel can talk to Larry. N7, KE7 UQL. KE7 Uniform Quebec Lima, K6MYC. Daniel, go ahead. Roger, Roger. 249 is quite strong, and I remember now Daniel said he would not be here tonight. So we'll take your 249, Richard. 249, we got you. Make another transmission and turn it back to Ken. See if he's copying your CW. And KD6BQ, KD6BQ, 8 watts, K6MYC, over. He's lost me now. Boy, the band is just up and down, Ken. Oh, there he is. Yes, 2 week for sideband. 2 week for sideband. But the CW was good. The CW was good, Richard, over. Roger, Larry. Maybe I'm Larry that was in there on CW. I thought I heard 249, but I wasn't paying attention. M7 Whiskey Tango. Roger, Larry. Very poor band conditions tonight, but your CW is fine. M7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC. Roger, go ahead. Did you hear that, Ken?
Yeah, I heard, and I did hear 249, so they're both in there in CW.
I thought I heard 249 also.
Yeah, it was a different signal. Also, Larry had a real bad hum for a couple of runs there, and that's got to be the propagation.
Yeah, it was. I was hearing as I was moving the antenna, I was hearing Doppler shift. It would change frequencies. Anyway, we got you, Larry. Richard, we have you also. Roger on 249. Roger on 657. Thank you, guys. Very poor evening tonight. Tough conditions. 73. See you Sunday. We'll see you Sunday. N7WT, KED6BQ, K6MYC, 73.
Whiskey 6 Papa Echo here.
Roger. Did. Okay.
Ken.
And I hear N6RO 835. Stand by 1 second, Ken. Let me get one other guy here. 835, we'll be right with you. W6PE, we got you, Mike. Take a short one, and then we'll get it over to Ken in Oakley there. W6 Papa Echo, K6MYC. Go ahead.
All right, Mike. Well, you obviously sounded really good here, but you're close enough that that's going to be a slam dunk for sure. But yeah, and Ken is booming in here as well. So anyway, just want to say hi and check in, get checked into the log there, and we'll catch you guys on Sunday, 73.
Okay, 73, Mike. W6 Papa Echo over to WA6 OIB. He's in Oakhurst. Ken, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I know him. W6PE, WA6 OIB. Good to hear you. Obviously, a good signal. Aimed right at you to get to Reno there. So have a great week, and we'll catch you next time. W6PE, WA6 OIB. Take care, Mike.
73, Ken.
Yeah, 7-3, Mike. I'm going back to Oakley here. There's Oakley, 835. Go ahead, Ken. N6RO, zooming K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, and Charlie Mike 97, Bozo 835. Dinner was the usual Thursday night quickie. It's always a hectic around here on Thursday night. And I got out to the shack late. Let's see, high temperature was 77, I believe. And dinner was, yeah, I already said, the chicken Caesar salad from Costco. We're trying to have in the Zoom tonight and decide what we're going to do in the Oceana contest. And that's all I got tonight, N6RO.
Okay, solid copy. Good evening, Ken. Thank you. And Ken OIB, say hello to Ken.
Yeah, hello there, Ken. 6RO WA6OIB. Yeah, you're your typical 20 over on 432 here.
Yeah, Ken. You're not as loud as you usually are, but you may not be pointed at me. Anyway, copy it just fine.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not running that much power, but at any rate, I'm aimed pretty close to you anyhow. Have a great week and a great weekend. I think you got a contest coming up, so as usual, but best of luck.
Yeah, thanks. There's always a contest, and sometimes there's too many in one weekend. Anyway, 7-3 all, and I'll see you guys on Sunday night, N6RO.
Okay, very good, Ken. 7-3, have a good contest. Good luck in it. Hope everything keeps running, and we'll see you Sunday night. And I think that pretty much gives us a complete closure here. I could go back to the Bay Area and finish just on the outside chance that we get one of the latecomers, but I think KB6BA doesn't usually check in late. So we probably got everybody we're going to get tonight. But thank you, Ken. Going back to the Bay Area briefly here. 290 and 280 something. There we go. There we go. KB6BA or anybody in the Bay Area, late checks are missed. Bay Area, late checks are missed. K6MYC. I think we're done.
Okay, very good. Well, I was able to stick around, so that's good. Got my stuff done early tonight. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry you won't be at the meeting tomorrow night. We're meeting at a different place, but it'll be nice. And let's see what else is going on. Well, I guess that's about it. We got the meeting. The weekend is going to be just really full for me. I got lots and lots of stuff going on. My cousin's coming in tomorrow night at 11:45 tomorrow night after the club meeting, so I got to go out to the airport and pick her up. She'll be here for a week, and we've got lots of things to do and whatnot. She sold her property up at Meadow Lake, so I got to go up with her, and we got to get all of her stuff out and get her moved out of there, and on and on. Lots of stuff going on. K6MYC, WA6OIB.
Okay, well, don't hurt yourself in the process. My God, busy weekend. You didn't probably need the club meeting on Friday, particularly in the new location at the Marriott there. Anyway, good luck with that. Hopefully that works smoothly. I think we had it there once before. I kind of vaguely remember going in there once before. Didn't we have a meeting there 4 or 5 years ago?
Well, the SJVRs used to meet there. We've never had a meeting in there that I know of. We had an event there one time. Maybe that's what you're thinking of. But the SJVRs, the other club that's no longer around, they had a meeting. That's where they were meeting.
Yeah, that might have been it. I know. I think it was a club meeting. But it's been so many years, I don't remember. I'm not much of a club goer, you know me. Okay. Well, look, have a good one. Enjoy the evening and the weekend and your cousin. And talk about logistics of getting her moved from Meadow Lakes and all that stuff.
680, guys.
Who is that?
680, Kilo Tango Sierra. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mark. K6MTS 680. K6MYC. Let me shoot it over to Rob. He hasn't had a an input here for quite some time. Rob, I didn't mean to leave you out tonight, but rare to get Ken in here, and I was just trying to get him squeezed in as many as he could there. Take one, Rob, and say hello to Mark, and make a count on what we have. KM6SRR and the group K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. No problem. I'm just sitting here writing stuff down, keeping me busy. And I'm hearing Mark, but I don't know if he's hearing me. This is a band I'm not sure where I'm pointing, if I get a good copy on him or not. I did have a question for Ken. His place up there at Meadow Lakes, did that catch fire with everything else?
No, Meadow Lake's never caught fire. No, there's too much stuff in there. That's very high density residential in there, as well as all of the TV and radio FM stations and whatnot up there. No, her property's right near my one transmitter site that I have up there. But she bought it a few years ago, was going to build and never did. And she's 85, coming on 85 this December. So she's just decided she's too old to be building.
Yep, nope, understood. And I think she comes from Hawaii too, right?
Right, yeah, she's flying in tomorrow night from Hawaii.
Okay, well, have a good time up there. Yeah, and don't work too hard. And Mark, let me see if I can get a hold of you. Want to give a longer transmission?
Are you copying Rob there, Mark?
Negative.
He needs you to transmit. He can't find you. So make a little longer transmission to Ken and I, and then turn it over to Rob.
All right, yeah, I'm on vertical, guys. We're on vertical here, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. KM6SOR and WA60IB. This is Kilo 6 Mike Tango Sierra Delta Mike 6, almost Delta Mike 7. Over.
Well, I guess Rob's not copying you now.
Yeah, he's vertically polarized, Rob. That may be why you're not hearing him. I don't think you have anything that's vertical here on this band, but that may be why you're not getting a reading on him.
Okay, yeah, I heard him at 670. I think that's if I take the 90 degrees that my antenna thing's off. If he does a little more, I'm going up to where I think I usually get him.
He wants just a little more from you, Mark.
All right, Rob. All right, they were talking about squeezing you out. To me, you got squeezed out because I can't hear you, Rob. We're at 432. What am I reading here? .100.32. So that's how far off my little AC 7000 is here. But yeah, vertical only. Run a tri-band vertical, 2 meter 440 and 220. And I know I've talked to Rob before. Rob has aimed out here before with his horizontal, and we've done okay. Well, maybe that was on 2 meters. Maybe that wasn't 440. I don't know. Anyhow, hopefully that's enough chatter. KM6SRR, Kilo 6 Mike Tango Sierra. Do you copy? Over.
Yeah, Mark, I got you loud and clear now. I'm pointing way up that way. Hope you're copying me. K6 MTS, KM6SRR.
I got you S0, Rob, but I can read you fine.
All right, good. That's good enough, huh? Well, thanks for being in there.
Hey, thank you, man, and thanks for the effort to hear one of the pipsqueaks out here.
I mean, the Bozo guy that always comes late and throws our count off, but we'd love to have a little increase, so no problem.
That's why I'm here. All right, 7-3 on you guys.
Okay, Mark, thanks so much for checking in here with us. Too bad you didn't get here early to miss everything else. Over.
Here, Mark.
Uh-oh, I think both you guys doubled, Ken and Mike.
Go ahead, Ken.
That's all right.
I just said, too bad you didn't get in here earlier to miss the whole net, Mark.
Well, I missed the whole net anyways, Mike. I can't hear anybody.
Well, that's my point. but you didn't start until end.
I know. LOL.
All righty. Take care. Have a good weekend. And one of these days you'll have to figure out how to make that vertical fall over horizontal. Either fall over to the north or fall over to the south, and it'll be broadside to us. We'll hear you fine.
Well, I was talking to Ken last night on 10 meters, and hopefully within the next 6 months or less, we'll get that tower set and get up
if the tri-beam's not ready, it'll be a hex beam just temporarily. But then I've got a 440 and I've got a 2-meter horizontal also to go up there with it. So that's the plan right now.
Yeah, very good. Speaking of towers and stuff, how's Larry doing OWL with his stuff, Ken? Where'd you go, Ken?
Hey, Mike, I think Larry has got the tower there, but he's got to put in the mast and put the antennas up, KM6SRR.
Okay, I wonder where Ken went. Maybe he got a call there or something. Okay, well, anyway, he must have had a phone call or something. Maybe he got called for dinner, who knows. WA60IB, K6MTS signing as well. KM6SRR, give me a number count, Rob, and I'll confirm. Did you get the picture okay last night? We had a world record. What was it, 50-something?
Yeah, I think it was 52. There's a couple of them I couldn't read, so I need to listen to the stream and see what's going on with it. I haven't submitted it yet. And tonight, 28's a magic number, one less than last week.
Okay. Well, if you can read the numbers around the ones that you can't read, I can probably tell you who it is.
Well, let me pull it up. Hang on.
Somebody's in there. Who was that? Okay, you're going to have to bear with us here. I'm copying you, but you're very weak. Let me see. Can you give me a Bozo number 3 or 4 times, and I'll see if I can figure out where you are. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I guess I just missed him then. So, okay, Paul, well, no worries. I appreciate the comeback. Just let me know that the antenna's working. I'm copying them very, very light copy. So it may be conditions as well.
Give me your call. Give me your call. Your call sign or your Bozo number. I'm copying you fine now. Go ahead. Go ahead. You did not miss the net. You did not miss the net. But we need your call sign, please. Over.
Very good. Hey, Mike, you copy me, KW6T.
There you go, KW6T. I thought it was you, Russ. Thanks for getting the antenna hooked up there. You're pretty light, but the conditions are very poor. Conditions are very poor tonight. Put in 410, Rob, and that makes us, what, 30?
It makes us 29, equal to last week.
Anyway, we got you, Russ. Thanks very much for checking in, and maybe we'll even hear you tomorrow on 40 meters. 73s, Russ, 73s. I'm not pointed at you at all here. I could come up your way a little bit. This should be helping you. KW6T, K6MYC, over.
Oh, yeah, Mike, very good. Yeah, I came right up from S0, but Q5, but now you're Q loud, so. Okay, Mike, yeah, no, I haven't done anything to the antenna. I just plugged it in to see if it worked. I think it just dried out, so. Anyway, okay, we'll see how it goes in the morning. So, 73, and hey, Paul, thanks for coming back to me as well, and I know Mike needs to get going, but I appreciate the comeback. At least let me know the radio is working. So 73 all, K6WIS and K6MYC. Here's KW6T. I'm going to go back to listening, and I'm going to shut down.
Where are you pointed, Russ?
Yeah, 73, Paul. I'm pointed right at you, Mike.
Okay, you pointed at me. Okay, that makes sense. How much power? About 10 watts?
Now 75 on this band.
Oh, okay. I thought it would be stronger. I heard you off the back, and you're quite good copy now, so can't complain. Considering the band conditions were very poor, I could barely hear KO6KD and KR6MR. They were barely readable. Q4, and you're way above that. So I guess everything's working. It's just a very poor night here in that direction.
Yeah, I think that's the case. Yeah. Anyway, I just hooked it up earlier and just decided I'd give it a try. You mentioned that this morning. I said, you know what, I'm going to see if that antenna still has any life in it at all. It's not the antenna, it's the feed line. But, okay, well, I'll get out of here in case I'm on an SWR issue. I may have that. So, 73, Mike, I'll get out and have a great evening. Thank you for the comeback. KW6T, clear.
Okay, well, we hope to hear you again. Even as it is, it's very readable. So if you make any improvement with a new feed line or whatever, you'll be fine. And even better than you are now, which is good. 7-3, thank you. Have a good weekend, Russ. KW6 Tango 410, K6MYC. Go ahead, Rob.
Relay KR6MR.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm hearing him very well or not.
I hear you, John.
In the noise down there. Anyway, yeah, now we got 29. How's that?
Yeah, and I hear John in there now. John, I hear you now. KR6MR, K6MYC. Go ahead, John.
Okay, Mike. Darren is trying to contact you. You might have to swing your beam a little bit for him, but he's up and trying to call you.
Okay. Rush, listen for KR6MR in Meadow Vista. He's probably on the backside of you, Russ. Over.
Okay, Mike, let me spin around that direction. I'll start. I'm spinning now.
He's rotating now, John. He's gonna point at you. He'll be okay. Good luck, 7-3.
Okay, thanks.
Give him some chatter, John. Give him some chatter. Give him some chatter. KR6MR, Meadow Vista, K6MYC, 7-3.
Roger, Roger. You go and try and get a hold of Darren. That's a KW6T, what is it? KR6MR.
Yeah, it is KW6T, Kilo Whiskey 6 Tango, Russ.
Oh boy, I got two people in there. KW6T, Russ, and Welsh. Well, come back to Russ.
Okay, they're hearing each other now, Rob. Good evening to you, Rob. Good evening, Ken, if you're still there. K6MYC will be clear. I got, 29 now.
Yeah, Roger, 29. Boy, when Russ was spinning around, I got him really loud there for a little bit. That was kind of neat. Anyway, did you want to read some of the stuff from last night?
Yeah, give me the ones that you can't read. Tell me what you think it might be. Judy tried to correct him, but maybe she wrote something wrong, or maybe she didn't write it clearly or whatever. Over.
Yeah, there's a lot of those I was interpreting, but you started out there 47, 800, 620, and then you have a 9, so I'm not sure what that one means.
It's 971. I didn't get it finished. They were about 6 guys giving me numbers, and I didn't finish it. That's probably what the 9 was. Over.
Well, I think it might be something different because down another 5 numbers, you got 971.
I know I do. I got it later, but I wasn't sure. I couldn't read it, so just cross out the 9.
Okay, and then it looks like 1008, but I think that's supposed to be a 9. That was probably Ron, TYO.
Yes, it was 1009.
And then I think there's a 247 in here. That was Ben. That was after Mike, AAJ.
Yeah, he came in quite late. I wasn't expecting him. I'd been calling. So after AAJ, that would be right. I would still be pointed south. So that was Ben, 247. What did I have written down?
Well, it's a 2 with a little squiggly in between the 7.
Yeah, the paper probably moved on me.
Okay, and let's see. We've got one after 610 looks like 1095. Is that a correct one? That was before 1090?
Was before 1090, 1090?
Yeah, I think I see 1090, and in front of that looks like it's a 1095 or something.
Well, you have 1089 Is it 1189 is Mario, or is it 1089 for Mario? KO6IQR.
I think he's 11, but let's see. I think I found him on here somewhere. Oops, somebody else was calling you, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead and pick him up. I'm not hearing him well. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I'm barely hearing him, too. Go ahead, come again, whoever that was calling in.
Go ahead, go ahead. Oh, KJ6KFB. Okay, we got another one. KJ6KFB. Let me come back your way here. KJ6KFB, that should be better, Darren, over.
Oh, there, I started to get you to come on around. Boy, woo! I guess this radio just wasn't putting out enough smoke.
Okay, well, thanks for coming in. 756, 756, Rob, so now we're up to 31, over.
30.
Very good. Get the numbers up. Yep, sorry I haven't made it all week. It's been kind of a crazy week. I thought it was going to be a good one, but you just don't know until you step into it.
I didn't quite get that. Say it again slowly, Darren, over.
I was commenting, sorry I didn't catch up earlier in the week. It has been a little bit more crazy than I thought.
Well, you're still doing good, and I'm happy to have you in here. Better late than never. Sorry, I didn't have the antenna quite on you. I was up toward Russ. Russ is in here, KW6T, and also KR6MR. They're still in here as well. They may have moved off on another frequency, but you might look for them. Russ has just got his station going there. And, of course, you know KR6MR, John, over.
QSL. I'll go harass them in a moment. At any rate, I thought I'd jump in there and get my check in for 756. So I'm in the book.
Yeah, lots of QSB, and the band's in really poor condition. You're running about Q4. Sometimes you're up real easy copy, and then you take a little fade with some in between short duration fading as well. Long-term fading and short duration fading and motorboating, all kind of three kind of fade margins at the same kind. Good evening to you, Darren. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you Sunday night, I hope. See you Sunday night. KJ6KFB 756 K6MYC.
Yeah, maybe a real crazy next week, so don't think I'm going to make many nets for the next week, but maybe the following Sunday. KJ6KFB.
Okay, so we can expect to not hear you all next week, is that it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be just too crazy for me to be able to pull away. So we'll catch you when I get some space around me again with my time.
Okay. Well, we'll keep calling you. I'll give you one call anyway, and then check in with the other guys, Bill or John, if you are there. Or even if you can't stick around for me, check in with them, and then we can get you checked in, over.
All righty, will do. Have a good one, Mike. Carry on, KJ6KFB.
Roger, 73, Darren, thanks for coming in. K6MYC with KJ6KFB. Now, Rob, where were we?
Yeah, I was actually hearing Darren a little bit too, but I know he can't hear me. Too weak. Let's see, where were we? The thing just flipped on me here. Let's see. Okay, so that one's taken care of, I guess. Well, no, wait a minute. 1095. It was 226, 610, then 10 something, and then 1090, and then 285.
Well, let's see. 610. Oh, 1098.
I think I got that somewhere else.
Okay, now wait a minute. Normally, that was 2 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Lee was in there. 1098 is Lee. AF6 United, and that would have been together with Tom, but maybe he didn't check in at the same time. Maybe he checked in later. So if you find it again, just trying to think who else has 1090. Do you have Gary in there?
Yeah, that was the next one after the one I was asking.
Okay, that's the only one with that kind of numbers. Everybody else in the Bay Area, let me just run through the numbers in the Bay Area. 775 is Mike. 1296, of course, is Jim. K6KLY 111. KB6BA is 900. AB6SR is 807. I'm just trying to think if there's anybody else. Of course, you got Gary. Who else would be in the Bay Area? 177, but I think he checked in at a different time if he was there at all.
Yeah, I got him after 336 over another couple columns.
Yeah, that was it. Dave from Clear Lake called in at the same time I was talking to Ken. 835N6RO and 177 checked in at that time as well as KD6 WVL 1179. You got him?
Yeah, he's over another column. But I've got another one before 835. It looks like I thought it was 1098, but maybe that's something different. It was after 1100.
Well, I put 1100 in there at an oddball time because we were vacillating on whether we should check Brittany in or not.
Yeah, but well, this one was right in front of Ken, 835.
In front of 835. W6WSS is a number like that. 1145 or 1045 or something?
No, this looks like 109 and then either a 5 or a 3 or an 8 or something like that.
About N9 Tango Alpha Zulu or somebody like that. They got a number up in that range, but that's why I don't recognize the number. But I don't think he checked in, but I thought we did get a 9 in there. We got some weird. I know who it was. It was Alpha 0. Oh, for God's sake, Charlie Victor or something. Ken checked him in. He's 3 watts, and I didn't get his call. Not Ken. Jim, W6PQL gave me his number. Alpha 0 something, but I didn't write the call down. But if you can find Alpha 0 in our listing, that should give you a number that's close to that.
Okay, I'll do it, sir.
Alpha 0 check Charlie Victor, and he's only running 3 watts.
Okay, I doubled with you partly. What was it call again?
Alpha 0 Charlie Victor, I believe.
No, search couldn't find it on the Master Bozo list.
Should be in there. Maybe I got the call wrong. Is it? Damn it. Well, it's a call sign, but he doesn't check it often enough. If we just ignore it for now, it won't make any difference on the long term. Over. He's just getting going with 3 watts, and it's going to take him a while to get going. Over.
Okay, I got an AA0BV, Joe in Rohnert Park, but that's probably a different direction.
No, that's probably the one. Alpha 0 Bravo Victor might have been the one. It was an Alpha 0. I might have had the call wrong. But Breaker Victor, what's his number?
952, so that doesn't match up with a 10-something.
Oh, that doesn't match up either, does it?
Well, there's a few others too. I really got to listen to the web, I think.
Yeah. Well, how many more do you have that are screwed up?
Well, let's see. I can interpret most of those. what's his name over there in Carson City. Was he on last night as a 442?
He was on last night, but not tonight. 272. That's Daniel. 272.
No, this looks like a 442.
Oh, yeah, that's K7SUN. He was on. Dennis checked him in, but he wasn't there when I called him. That's why he's out of order. He's down there with a list from Dennis. Probably the last one before him would be 132 and then 442.
Yeah, Larry 657 got in the middle there, so that kind of makes sense. I think I got the 442.
That's it. That's K7SUN in Fallon, Nevada.
Yeah. He's always gone fishing normally. Let's see. Then the next one looks like 410 is down here after 759.
410 is correct. That's Russ.
Okay. Then it looks like a 115, but I think that's a 145 just in front of, I think it's 230, which looks like 236.
230 is Jerry in Redding, and 145 is Rich in Redding, and they're both valid. Over.
Yeah, that's what I was interpreting. Okay. And then I think there's 1193, 249, 272, and 711. So I guess that's it.
1193 is Eric up there, K6 N7 Victor Alpha Zulu in Reno. That's a valid one. 1193.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we had 5 check-ins from, and I think Larry checked in early. So Larry 657 is in the list from Dennis.
Okay. Well, I guess that's pretty much all of it, except for that one 10.9 something. 1091 is what I thought it was.
Well, 1091 rings a bell. When you said 1091, it was just awful close to 1090. And that is a valid number, but I don't know who it is. What is it? If you look it up, who is it?
I remember it now. It's Marcus.
Yeah, that's Marcus, for God's sake. There you go.
Yeah, I was over at his place when he checked in, so I should know that. Well, I guess I got most of it, except for that one that you said I should ignore, the 9 by itself.
Oh, that one's not valid. That was 971, and I started to write it, and I dropped the pen or something, and then I picked it up later. Over.
Okay, so we should have probably 51 then, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I'll submit it as it is. I figured if we rag shoot a little longer, we might get a couple more check-ins.
Still checking in at midnight, huh?
Well, you know the bozos.
Yeah, they're a bunch of bozos, aren't they? All right, I think you got it, Rob. I think 51's a good number. That's pretty close to a record. We might have gotten 1 or 2 more than that. Now, there's about 6 or 8. It would have been easy if they'd been there.
Yep, that's for sure.
One day we'll hit 60. That's the day I'm going to send the goddamn thing to, pardon the expression, I'm going to send the log to ARRL and tell them we're sitting on our ass here trying to keep them in business back there.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, see you later.
Okay, Mike, K6NYC, KM6SR, 73.
Good night for now, Rob.
Oh, you wanted me to come by tomorrow and pick up the amp?
Let's let it go. I don't think he's desperate for it right now. I'll deal with it between Monday and Tuesday. Frank's going to be in town also Monday, I believe. Monday or Tuesday or Friday. I don't know when we're going. He's going in one of those days, probably Monday. But it's not a crisis. If it's a crisis, well, again, I could give it to Matt tonight, but Matt isn't even home yet, so they're in a panic mode at work for something. They didn't come for dinner. They didn't even call us. So I've had dinner and long gone. I don't know if Matt came in or snuck in. I haven't seen Tyler or Matt tonight. Over.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure that it's a hurry or not because I think Aaron wants to work QRP mostly, and that'll put him over.
Well, if you're talking to Aaron tomorrow, you might ask him if he wants it. I'll tell you where it is if I'm not here or not available or whatever tomorrow. I'm a little screwed up tomorrow, and I can't remember why. I think I'll be here all day, but I've got FedEx coming with some solar panels and yada yada. The thing is sitting on top of one of my battery boxes just inside the door. You have to go around to the east door to get in. I think Frank's got the screen door where the outer panel and outer solar inverter is, so you have to go around go the other way. But it's sitting on the battery box. It's right next to that door on top. Over.
Okay, that's the door where you had your nice little visitor rattlesnake?
No, this is in the other building. This is in the office where all the solar panel stuff is and the batteries.
Yeah, okay, I thought that's where the snake was. All righty.
Now, the snake was going out the sham shack here to the pool area.
Oh, that side of it. Okay.
So I'm probably here anyway if you want to come by and get it. If you talk to Aaron and he wants it, he thinks he gets a chance to work on it this coming week, then come and pick it up. And I'll probably be here anyway, so give me a call if you're coming.
Okay, I'll see if I can talk to him and figure it out. I'm not sure. He might be able to loan to somebody else also that can use it too.
Yeah, well, again, it's a loan.
Yep, that sounds good. Okay, I'll let you go, Mike. K6NYC, KM6SR 73.
It's only a loan because I don't want to give it away. It's worth some money. I got money in it. And same with the down converter, the transverter. But I don't mind lending it out and all that. So that's why it's a loan. Nobody wants to expend the money right now until we start to get 902 really going, and then it might make sense to put a couple $100 out. Over.
Yep, no, totally understand. It makes sense.
But at least this way it gets into service, and it's still mine if Matt ever gets cranked up or somebody else gets cranked up on 902, or if I do it here, I could get it back over here and call a net with it or something. 120 watts on that band would probably wake up a few of our stations from here.
yeah, I suppose it would, huh? And speaking of Matt, what's he doing on his license?
Well, I think he's taking care of that.
Okay. All righty. Just curious.
I'm pretty sure he corrected that right away as soon as he realized it, but I can't swear to it. But I'll ask him again.
Yeah, he's been pretty busy. He could have forgotten.
Well, he lost his license, his call sign, or at least potentially lost his call. Now, whether he can get it back or not, I don't know. But it's, I can't remember what his call was now.
Yeah, I've got it written down somewhere. But anyway, okay, I'll let you go there.
All right, 7-3, go have a cookie.
Yeah, I got to find one. We didn't go to the store and get any today.
Oh, geez, I got a whole 2 boxes of them here. Have to come over and get a couple of cookies. I could spare 2.
Oh, you're so bad.
See ya.
All right, 73, Mike.